Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm going to talk about Gen Y. So, who falls into the category of Gen Y? So, basically, Gen Y are the people who are born between the year 1980 and the year 2000. So, what makes our generation different, like compared to all the other generations, like Generation X and Generation Z? Yeah. So before that, guys, can you do an exercise with me? So this is like the Simon Says game. When I say Ellie says put up your right hand, you put up your right hand, okay? Okay. Ellie says put up your right hand. Ellie says put up your left hand. Ellie says put both hands on your head. Put your hands down. Ellie didn't say put your hands down. Okay, so my point is, Gen Y are the people who are very visual. We follow what we see. We are influenced by what we see. So when I first came to Singapore, I noticed that a lot of people along the streets has this backpack, this rectangular backpack that I've never ever seen in KL, honestly. And everyone has it, like many teenagers have it, and they carry it in different colors, but I think it's called Kanken now. Yeah, it's called Kanken. So I was like, oh my goodness, why everyone has this same backpack? And then until I was researching for this speech, I realized that, hey, our generation is someone who's very influenced by visual. And I'm like, oh, maybe that's why. And then I realized that we tend to follow Twitter accounts, we tend to follow blogs, we tend to follow YouTube channels, because they're all visual stuff. We get to see stuff out of them. And yeah, and one of the things that we love like the most is Instagram, I guess. Like people go like, oh, that day I went for an interview, I was like, hey, we should exchange Facebook accounts so we can keep in touch, you know, if after we know the results. And they were like, then there was this girl, she was like, no, let's follow each other on Instagram. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, like this is Gen Y. We like to follow everything visual, like what we see, and we'll be influenced by it. And number two, Gen Y has a childhood that has a very good childhood before technology came and engulfed all of us, and all of us just drowned in it. So we grew up playing board games, Monopoly, Snake and Ladder, and then technology started creeping in. We started playing Game Boys, started playing Maple Story, Nintendo, and whatnot. Yeah. So and then there was like, oh, that time then social media was introduced. Then we started having Friendster accounts, which we thought was cool. And what I kind of miss about the social media part is the MSN Messenger, where we had that nudge feature, you know, you can nudge that person. And yeah, but we don't have it anymore now. Yeah, I kind of miss it. And then now we just we just succumb to technology. So people start scrolling newsfeed in the toilet, in the bus, at dinner tables, in Toastmaster meeting, because Ellie is so boring. And then, yeah, everywhere they go. And now they even have waterproof phones, guys. Waterproof phones. For what? For us to scroll newsfeed in the shower, is it? Yeah. And yeah. And then the third thing about Gen Y is we speak a language. We speak or text a kind of language that confuses our parents. So I remember when I was 12, my mom asked me, hey, you going for tuition not this Saturday? Then I'm like, duh. Then my mom was like, what's duh? Then I'm like, duh means yes, mom? Then she's like, then why don't you just use yes? Then I'm just like, because duh means yes. Then she's like, oh, okay. And then we use words like freaking crazy, freaking burger, freaking McDonald's. It just goes with everything. Like, yeah. And then we love abbreviations. Our generation loves abbreviations. So putting the abbreviations together, it would probably sound like, hey mom, IGTG, BRB, TTYL, see you soon mom, ILY. You get it, guys? Like we just live on abbreviations, and we get it. Like we get each other when we use abbreviations. And then there's laugh, LOL, laugh out loud. but WTH, FFL, FOL, LMAO, IMY, and WTF. Welcome to Facebook. And yeah. And we just get each other, and then we somehow influence our parents to use this kind of abbreviations, which surprises me sometimes. And my mom tells me, "Oh, ILY." I'm like, "Oh, why don't you just say I love you?" But okay. Yeah. And the fourth thing about Gen Y is we are brought up in such a way that by the Generation X, which hold on to more conservative principles and values. So I guess that shapes us into holding on to very more like conservative values and down to earth values. But we are also like the first generation who was like the first teenagers who were introduced to technology, to like tech savvy stuff. So we are the generation that can connect to both the Generation X and the younger ones. So guys, we are kind of like we are born in this era where we can connect with people easily. We can talk to them easily because we are very versatile. We've experienced both. And yeah, guys, so I think we're the generation who can touch lives. Yeah. So basically, that's what I've found and read about our generation, and some things I think is pretty true. And if you guys disagree with some of the things, then before I end, in conjunction with Valentine's Day to Toastmasters, I have something special for you guys, which I stumbled upon and thought it was quite cute. All these medals, you still want my heart. All these keyboards, you're still my type. All these fruits, you're still the apple of my eye. All these cats, you're still perfect. All these Koreans, you're still my soulmate. Happy Valentine's Day, Toastmasters. Love you.